What is up, you guys? Nick here, and welcome to the show. In today's video, I want to talk about recent XPENG developments. Just like many other Chinese electric vehicle stocks, XPENG has fallen from on high down quite substantially. They're down over 31% in just the past few weeks. However, could these falling share prices be a good thing for long-term EV investors? Are these simply just better buying opportunities for long-term gains? I really do not think XPENG receives a just quantity of coverage, considering just how massive this company plans on being, their rapid escalation in terms of deliveries month over month, and their record-breaking month they just had in November. I think other competitors within the Chinese EV industry who obtained that spotlight, the top dog position, like NIO has, have really overshadowed other companies like XPENG, which may be dark horses in this race for the podium position. I want to highlight some recent bright developments, look at their financials and their future business operations, and finally discuss whether XPENG is currently a sell, hold, or buy. But first, Webull has increased their promo. They are now offering 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700. When you 1. Sign up, 2. Open an account, and 3. Deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. They are a 0% trading platform with some of the best analytics in the game. I use this app every single day, guys. It's really awesome. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I focus on innovative disruptor companies that are poised to dominate the future landscape. I've been following these companies extremely closely and will continue to do so to keep my subscribers informed and ahead of the curve. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So there's one aspect in particular of XPENG's current business operations and trajectory where analysts and investors are seeing XPENG take a powerful lead, and that's autonomous driving technology. They have been pouring cash into the research and development team, with now over 40% of all XPENG employees focused strictly on advancing R&D and becoming a leader in China in the autonomous driving industry. I really do love that XPENG is pushing this, and it's something that clearly sets them apart from the pack and is positioning them incredibly well for the coming environment. Although their share price has indeed been falling the past few weeks, like many other EV competitors, this was through no fault of their own. There have been no missteps on the route. Nothing has essentially changed within their management or their future plans. However, this was the resultant of short sellers instilling fear, profit taking, and concerns over delisting within a 3-year time frame within the United States House of Representatives unanimously passing a bill. Now, I do think that through the dual-pronged approach of being vertically integrated and implementing state-of-the-art autonomous driving tech propelled the stock into the 70s in November, with these falling share prices edging closer and closer to phenomenal buying opportunity. Investors are watching this company more closely. Analysts are also recognizing the promise of XPENG's technology and how valuable it could be in the future for this company. UBS analyst Paul Gong raised his price target of XPENG to $59 from his previous price target of $25, nearly a 100% share price increase. He wrote after hours on Wednesday that he believes XPENG is pulling away, that's a pun, from the rest of the pack in terms of autonomous driving technology and self-driving vehicles, and believes XPENG remains the group leader within this industry. Going into XPENG's recent delivery figure in November, we see a significant increase from October, with a 38.95% month-over-month increase. They delivered 4,224 vehicles, and we saw a huge surge in both their smart SUV, the G3, with 1,492, and almost 3,000 vehicles, 2,732 P7s being delivered, their sleek and smart sedan model. Just look at how hot this vehicle is. Tell me that's not a hot car. Now, these figures are exceptional as they are such a new company and are ever increasingly catching up to the delivery figures from industry rivals like NIO. Now, what strikes me about this company is just how fast they are growing in terms of delivery number. Whereas other companies outputting roughly the same quantity of vehicles are making year-over-year delivery sale increases of around 100%, XPENG's latest month represented a 342% year-over-year gain. These are stunning figures, quadrupling their deliveries. Because they are vertically integrated and actually own their own manufacturing plant, they are able to more rapidly increase both their vehicle margin and their gross margin at a relatively fast pace when compared against rivals. Looking at their financials from Q3 2020, they posted a gross margin of 4.6 compared to negative 10.1 1 year ago, and a vehicle margin of 3.2% compared to a negative 10.8% 1 year ago. They only posted a net loss of $169.2 million for the third quarter, which is actually fantastic considering just how young they are, considering just how much money they're pouring into R&D, and considering that they are vertically integrated. Now, something very interesting and a key component to this company for me is indeed the fact that they're seeing so much promise and future potential in A, being completely in-house or vertically integrated, as I just stated, and B, investing so much capital into the research and development in terms of autonomous driving. They state that they believe that this will set them apart, keep them ahead of the pack, and will allow them to benefit from the future landscape. No one is quite yet sure of where this autonomous driving technology and driverless systems will go in the future, whether that be through robotaxis or selling patents to huge corporations. But one thing is clear, and that is XPENG sees a huge potential in this, as they state, quote, "It will position us well in capturing the significant growth potential in the smart EV industry." Remember, as long-term investors, we're looking at the future prospects, looking at where a company or a technology may be in the coming years, and not currently where a company is. I really do like the fact that XPENG is willing to go extremely far into the red currently, building their own factories and shoveling money into their R&D to be well positioned for the future and capturing maximal profits being in-house. This in-house structure is clearly important for them as they already own a mega factory and are building a brand new smart EV manufacturing base in Guangzhou. Guangzhou GET Investment Holding Corp Limited will invest 4 billion renminbi to supporting the development and the construction of this manufacturing base. This plant will be the headquarters for future R&D, manufacturing, testing, and all things smart mobility. XPENG is forecasting ever-increasing delivery capacity, and this marks yet another facet for their company to be able to stay ahead of demand. We have seen rival Chinese EV companies hit their capacity ceilings far too early and run into unnecessary supply strain. XPENG has seen these problems occurring around them and are mitigating these problems by continuously developing manufacturing plants prior to actually nearing these output capacities. XPENG already has 100,000 vehicle production capability annually, which is quite impressive. This is over 8,000 vehicles per month, which they're just over halfway of reaching. They also have an outsourced contract with Hama Plant with 150,000 units of annual capacity, bringing them to 250,000 units of capacity currently. That being said, they are amidst designing a plant that will begin production in December 2022 to increase this delivery figure even further. This really is showing the intense belief and promise that XPENG sees in their future and their delivery numbers. Going to their chart, we see XPENG currently hovering around $50 a share, $49.35, having suffered dramatic losses the past few weeks. Now, is this an opportunity and a window to buy and keep your average cost low? Well, moving into next year and beyond, I do indeed believe that XPENG will dominate the landscape when compared against other EV rivals, in part because they do indeed own their own manufacturing plants and have already invested so much capital upfront into research and development and autonomous driving tech that they can use to their advantage in the coming years. Whether they sell these patents and tech to other corporations or implement into self-driving taxi service or just pull in investors and consumers to their company because of their prospect of becoming their first L4 mind-off autonomous driving mass-produced vehicle company in the world, there is so much to look forward to and so much promise to this company. I do believe we are nearing a bottoming out of the EV industry wide after an abrupt and sharp correction. However, if the share price can fall back down to the mid to low 40s, I will indeed be buying a bulk amount of shares of this company. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to be invested in multiple companies within the same industry as a micro diversification approach, and that's currently what I do. I'm invested in many Chinese EV companies to increase the odds that one or more of these companies is able to secure a foothold in the industry and secure up some market share. I do think that the first EV company to reach L4 mind-off driverless technology will receive a vast amount of publicity and notoriety within China and worldwide, and would undoubtedly bring in a lot of interest and thus increase units sold, and I do think XPENG is leading the race in this regard currently. Remember, we are looking 3 to 5, if not 10 years ahead, and not too concerned with day-to-day and week-to-week fluctuations in share price. I do think that these share prices will be absolute bargains in the coming years, and investors may look back at these and salivate. Anyways, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about the Webull promo. This ends soon. 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700. When you 1, sign up, 2, open an account, and 3, deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. This is a complete no-brainer, guys. Honestly, it's a win-win. I love Webull so much. I use their platform every single day. Anyways, I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.